We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Fresco sauce, it is the Ghostberry hot sauce. And this particular one is supposedly on fire. And so it's the very pleased with themselves here. Fabulous hot sauce with beautiful color and texture. We've got sour, sweet, spicy, cranberry, blackberry flavors. Seafood, grilled fish, and red meat and tacos. So I don't usually think of blackberry or cranberry for any of those things mentioned there. So that's not where we're going to be using this today. In fact, we're going to go on a little journey here shortly. So, ingredients first though. Let's kicking it off with ghost peppers, then blackberries, cranberry juice, habaneros, distilled vinegar, garlic, salt, black pepper, cumin, and water. So a very interesting combination of things, and most of which I would not have thought to put into a sauce. And so this sauce, every year that I've been doing the blog and I do this chili head thing, I feel like I learned something new. I always try to keep learning, just in general. But I always feel like with hot sauce, I learn new things. And one of the things that didn't strike me, but which makes a lot of sense, is that I now understand that I really love cracked black pepper in hot sauce. I mean, I'm a fan of black pepper anyway. You know, I've got a pepper mill. I think it's one of the indispensable things along with kosher salt. But I didn't realize how much I like it in hot sauce. And, you know, even with something like the not so great Pepper Palace Ufta hot sauce, that one, honestly, I don't think I would like it. I would find it pretty much a lot less palatable were there not for that presence of black pepper in there. And of course, the other one, you know, there was their Chipotle habanero that was in the Hot One show. That one was also had a nice degree of cracked black pepper in it. So that's one of my discoveries for this year that I've just really come to terms with that. I mean, it's not really a shock to me. It's just nothing I ever thought about. So maybe it's not as much learning as I'm making it out to be. But so we got blackberries, and there's not a very high cranberry presence in this sauce, even though it's kind of high on the ingredient list. This is not a very hot sauce either, for me anyway. And so you can see it's really kind of odd. I would expect it to be a darker hue of, you know, kind of like that purplish, that really dark purplish, almost black blue color that blackberries tend to be. And it really isn't that. I'm not quite sure where the color is coming from here, or even where I put this. It's just kind of it's almost a muted purple, almost like a creamy purple almost, I think. But so I mean, it's a little bit darker than that, but it's a very interesting color. And of course, it actually is a really interesting sauce as well. You can read, of course, my written review for that, which is available in the description down below as well. So, all right, let's just get into the getting here. Salt, cumin, pepper, vinegar, a little touch of habanero, a little bit of it's honestly almost a general berry sort of note there. There's a little bit of bitterness there, which I'm assuming is the ghost peppers. So it's a really unique sauce. It's really, I don't think I've ever had anything quite like this. It is a touch on the salty side. Now, and that can be somewhat of a problem, depending on what you want to put it with. But I quite like this sauce. It was really unexpected. I was not anticipating this kind of sauce at all. So yeah, I mean it's quite good. This doesn't have a number rating. They're calling this on fire, which I think is not a reasonable thing to say. I'm not on fire now, and I'm even close to on fire. There is a little bit of a bite to this, but I realistically would have expected quite a bit more than that. Okay, so as I film this, we're coming into December, and one of the things that I discovered when I first started doing the blog was that turkey is a really great thing to go with hot sauce. And I've tried all kinds of stuff. That's of course what we're having here is some turkey. This turkey, however, is not like the Big Bird turkey, not a whole turkey. This one is a flavored turkey, and that's kind of where I get into a little bit of a problem with the saltiness of the sauce, because this application is just a touch over salty for me. But we're gonna do it anyway. But so anyway, what I discovered in the course of the blog was I credit the Grapes of Wrath sauce from High River for this. I couldn't figure out where to use that sauce, and then I finally just threw it on some turkey, and it was just fantastic. I mean, it was just really quite nice. This, so I try to always have sort of a berry sort of sauce. Like I like cranberries. I mixed hot sauce with cranberries to give myself a little bit of a sauce there. You can't have anything with too high a vinegar though, or it'll kind of ruin the effect. So, but every year I look forward to having some sort of a nice fruity sauce. The more fruity that you would associate with turkey, so realistically berries or cherries or cranberries or something along those lines, the better. And last year I had, of course, I think it was a wild berry, the Peck's wild berry that I had. Really, truly magnificent. There's something to be said for that. That's a nice tradition I got going for myself, and certainly urge any chili heads out there that are interested in that type of thing to adopt it, because that is the ticket. And whether you're a family or not, as long as you're not having to go super super far away, otherwise you're dragging your hot sauce all across the country, and some of those you don't want to do that. Anyway, that aside, let's get to the getting here. So I tried to cut away some of the exterior stuff. You can see it's like a Cajun thing or something on it. The Cajun thing is salt, and combined with the salt of the sauce is too much. But when you can just get this sauce by itself with the more of a pure turkey, this is really quite good. It's great on chicken, great on pork. It's a really nice sauce for anywhere that you would use a fruit-based sauce. I have not tried it on pizza yet, or mac and cheese. I just don't eat a lot of those these days. But honestly, I don't like fruit. I don't like berry fruit-based sauce on pizza, and I would never use it on mac and cheese. I have. It just makes me miss the Louisiana style that I would normally use. The only thing I kind of wish with this sauce is I could do with being a touch sweeter. There is no additional sugar in this, and I think that is a mistake. Because it seems like it's wanting a little bit. A little bit in there with the blackberries would be perfect. As is, it's really good though. I'm getting a bit of a heat build now. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm calling it a 2. Fresco, I noticed, really overrates the heat of their sauces. But everything I've had from them so far, I've enjoyed. I had the Chibanero, their mustard. That was good. And like the bottle came in, but it was good. This is another one I think is pretty good. Their Chipotle habanero. There's a video up for that. Actually, a video for the Chibanero also. That Chipotle habanero sauce of theirs is probably my favorite sauce from the Hot One show. Well, yeah, I mean, I quite like. Fresco's got some good things going on. I think I've done all the sauces I can from them though, that don't involve onions. But they're definitely one I'm keeping an eye on, and not totally because they like cracked pepper apparently as much as I do, but partially maybe. So yeah, quite nice. This is just an unexpected sauce. I didn't really expect this end result to be like this, and I'm really pleasantly surprised by this. Which, you know, the more sauces you have, the harder that kind of thing gets to come by. And you know, I've had hundreds of sauces by this point, and it's always nice to be surprised a little bit, especially when it's a pleasant surprise like this one is. So definitely, if you are a fan of cracked pepper or a blackberry ghost pepper combination, which, like I said, it just kind of blew me away. This is definitely a good one to pick up. Even the presence of cumin, which I don't normally love, is pretty muted, and it actually works nicely, very nicely here as well. So, but yeah, there you have it. The Fresco sauce, Ghostberry hot sauce. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.